Hello and welcome to PlayStation Racer. My name is Mitchell Morgan and I can't believe it, but we are up to menu book number 33. This is the World Touring Car 600, so we're going to be looking for a car with 600 performance points or less. We're going to be doing 3 races at the Red Bull Ring, at Suzuka, and finally at the Dragon Trail with the infamous Chicane of Death. So it will be interesting to see how this one goes, whether we can get maximum points or at least get in the top 3 for these 3 races. Now I love these cameos that Gran Turismo do at the beginning of these races. Whoa, that Mustang's well sideways. Absolutely loving these cameos, and this one is a long one and nice, so I am just going to sit and let us enjoy that one. There we go. So menu book number 33, World Touring Car 600. First thing we're going to need to do is to head across to the World Circuits. And we will, if you haven't subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's a new channel I'm trying to build and value all of my subscribers, and really appreciate everybody that has done so already. But back to the video, we're going to need to pick a car, and I quite fancy the WRX for this one. We would be slightly over at 617 performance points, so we would need to lose a little bit. You could have the Corvette, the BRZ, the Alpine, but I quite fancy the WRX around here. I've done the WRX on Dragon Trail and also the Red Bull Ring previously. So if we change back to medium tyres on the WRX, that's still slightly over. So if we grab the ballast, I might as well grab the performance adjustment power restrictor as well while we're here. I tend to buy those two together because it gives you the options that you normally need to restrict the performance points. We don't need to go too far. We're going to need to go more than 10. So if I take that up to about midway, so it'd be 100. That's 651, 600.51. So I just need to. God, the power of the ballast is not making that much difference actually. 104. 104 should do it. There we go, 104. Okay, so we've got our car. We're going to go with the WRX, 600 performance points or less, and we're going to head off to race number 1 that is at the Red Bull Ring. We're going to be doing 5 laps, and really we need to go first, but that weather doesn't look too good. That's the infamous Red Bull at this circuit. Any that's into Formula 1 would have seen that many times. And the weather radar is immediately showing that we have got some pretty grotty weather to manage. I am on racing medium tyres. If the weather gets any worse, we're going to be looking at inters. Let's just see how we go. Spots of rain on the roof there, windscreen wipers working, so we just need to try and keep this easy to start with. As many of you will know, I'm often trying to overtake a car into the first corner, literally coming down to the second corner before I even look at overtaking the Viper on the inside. So taking this very easy, going wide, just trying to feel where the grip is on this track at the moment. So we go to the right of the Jaguars moving across. We're going to go left. He's starting to close the door on us. A little bit of defensive driver in front of Jaguar, but we managed to get that one done. Third gear turning in. Oh, so close to running wide there. This is very, very, very slippery. We've got 2 cars abreast here, so we're just going to back off slightly. Looks like we've got an opening around the right hand side, trying to keep it off the grass. Oh, that runoff area just came in, and the Lamborghini comes across and gives us a whack for good measure. Thank you very much, Mr. Lamborghini. I'll remember that in case we have to overtake you again. Okay, so running down the hill, just keeping an eye on the weather radar. Weather's not looking too good. Also watching the car in front, we'll go to the right of that one. It turned in 3rd gear. carry the corner around, just making sure that we are clearing the cars. I haven't got the radar on. At the moment because I am concerned about the rain with the tyres. So when I'm doing an overtake, I've got to make sure I clear the car and don't do a infamous Mitchell Morgan move. Got to think about cars here. Going to catch them on the corner. Just getting that slowed down before the apex, so we can overtake these on the way out. Lots of squiggly, squirmy stuff on the way out that corner. The Alpha was sitting in the middle of the track too there as well. I had to think twice which way I was going to go. We've got 3 cars fairly close together here. Don't really want to be catching them on this corner, so I'm going to slow down. Second gear just to lose the speed. Just staying in second whilst we see these 2 cars sort themselves out. So Porsche's done. This AMG in front is moving. Just slipstreaming in at the moment, but also being minded of the spray that is coming off the wheels. He's braking earlier than I was intended. Or slight move to the right. And can we get it slowed down? No, just onto the gravel. That's going to let the Mercedes through. And the Porsche through. Okay. This is starting to get quite slippery now. Having to concentrate a bit more. Oh, 2 into 1. Certainly 3 into 1's not going to go. We've got the inside of the AMG, just trying to get on the back of the Porsche. Back of that Porsche looks like that was sliding a little bit. Porsche's going a bit wide. Is there an opening? I'm just backing out of that one for the moment. We've got 5 laps to do this. I don't need to be too silly at this point. And I'm minded that this rain continues to fall. Oh, that's squiggly. Just about got that slowed down. Gears and brakes, just feathering the brake through here just to balance it, feathering the accelerator. Really dancing on the pedals quite a bit in this one. Up to 8, lap 3, so 3 laps to go. Let's get this down, careful under braking. Only about half pressure on the brake pedal through there. Introducing the accelerator. Oh, there's a car off the track. That's a nice gifted place for us. Even the AI is making mistakes in this one. Just shows how slippery it is. The rain continues to fall. Brake early for this one. Oh, got a bit of a slide through there. Braking, just coming off the brakes a little bit, just to stop the slide. It turned in. Second gear corner, that one. Up into third, up into fourth. All the time I come down here, I'm thinking about where these cars are going to position themselves. Where have I got to brake? Where's my turning? Catching them really quickly under braking. 2 cars side by side there, still going a bit wide, just keeping it off with the gravel. That's given those cars an opportunity to get away from us. Had to back right out of that corner. Every single one of these corners, it's just different every time we go into it. Where is the grip? How much turning? How hard can we brake? How early do we need to brake? Third gear through here, just watching these 2 blue cars. The Supra is going out to the left, just going to follow the Supra for the moment. Oh, under braking, we're going to go left. Can we get under the inside of the... No, that's going to close out those 2 bump. Okay, the Toyota's gone off. The Subaru was unsettled and I've gone around. Oh, this is so slippery right now. That's going to put me right back. I can't even get it facing the right way. Come on. Get this turn around. Ah, losing time all the time here. That's terrible. Down to 12th now. Ah. All of that work, that just shows how slippery this track is. Haven't even got a fastest lap here. Beginning to wonder whether intermediate tyres would have been better, but looking at the weather radar, the rain has cleared. There's no more rain on the bonnet of the car. Windscreen wipers are off. It's going to have to be a charge over this last lap or so. I could well end up Let's turn inside. I could well end up going quiet at times where the white one's gone off too. I could well end up going, that's the second time I think that one's been around. Yeah, I could well be quiet a little bit on this lap or two. There's a mountain to climb. We're in 10th position. I need to get to at least 3rd. Anything less is not good enough. 2nd gear to get that turned in, get back on the power as soon as we can. Just watching where the Mercedes is going, still kicking up moisture. Up into 4th. Looking to slow this one down into 3rd. Watching for the apex, going to go around the outside. Slight brush of doors possibly on the way through. Up into 4th. A little bit of a dry line there. Just being careful. Up into 3rd. 4th. Starting to be able to push a bit now. Confidence coming back in the car. 5th. Let's just drop this one down. Brake early into this corner. 3rd gear just to keep the balance in the car. Down into 2nd just to get this turn down. I don't want to go flying off at this point. Bouncing off the rev limiter. Should probably be in his 3rd through there. I think that was a bit of a mistake. Quickly up into 4th. Up into 5th as we go across the start finish line for the last lap, and we're down in 9th. We have got a long way to go, but the leader is only 9 seconds ahead, now down to 8.5 seconds ahead. Need to keep an eye on the traffic here, which way it's going. We're going to be in traffic right way to the end of this one. Can we catch some of these cars under braking? I need to get this WRX under braking down the outside. Can we get on the back of the Lamborghini as we exit the corner? Don't go round, don't go round. Just managed to catch that one. That's given the Lamborghini the opportunity to get away. We can't afford any more mistakes now. The leader is back out to over 10 seconds ahead. Watching for the braking point. Just getting that turned in. Feathering the brake, feathering the throttle through here. Trying to get the power down as quick as we can, but getting it down smoothly. Full power as soon as possible. Same again here, just getting it slowed down early, down at 3rd gear, getting it turned in. Feathering the throttle. Up into 4th. Down to 3rd. Not even risking full braking at the moment, just want to try and carry the power through, but also balancing the brake and the accelerator through all of these corners. Oh, big dive on the Lamborghini. I'm gonna have to go for it. Oh, where are these two going? Can we get these two before the line? It's certainly not going to be a win. We're not going to get 3rd either. We're not even going to get 5th. Did we even get 6th? That was 6th. 6th place. Look how close that was. Look how close that was. So, only 5 points for that particular round. That wasn't a good day in the office. Lots and lots of weather in that particular race. Potentially, should I have gone for a better car? Don't know. Let's go into race number 2, which is at Suzuka. Don't think we get the opportunity to change the car. We are stuck with what we have got. I'm just wondering whether a Lamborghini or a Mercedes or something, or even a Nismo would have been better. But we are running with the Super WRX. We have got a mountain to climb now. We are at the back of the grid. The weather radar is looking clear, so I'm going to flick across to the radar just so that I can make sure that I am clearing cars during overtakes. And we need to be 1st or better. Nothing less than 1st is going to do for this race. So again, I could be quite a bit through this one. It's the dodge done. Oh, catching this Jaguar. Let's go down the right hand side, going out the outside of that one. Just carrying 3rd gear through here. Just staying with 3rd. Subaru's quite nicely balanced up to 4th as we exit the S's. Oh, just caught the Lamborghini there on the way through. Got away with that one. We've got the Audi R8 now. Can we go up the outside? Yes. I don't know my insides and outsides while I'm racing. Just concentrating so much here. Aston Martin, the gears, I'm just feeling the appropriate gears and the braking points and the turning points, everything at the moment. First gear just to try and get it slowed down for that hairpin. So we're up into 11th. We're still on the first lap. These are long laps, 5 of them to do. There are places where we're quick through this racetrack where we can be making up time. There are also 1 or 2 places where we're not so quick. We need to maximise the places where we're quick. Looks like we're catching this gaggle of cars relatively quickly. Are we going to catch them on the fast left-hander? Am I going to brake? Am I going to go through a flat? Oh, decisions. Yeah, we're going to need to brake. Oh, getting it a bit sideways. That's 2. That's 3. Brake. Brake into the chicane. Tuck in behind a Mercedes. Oh, wow. We did one of those cars completely sideways up the inside of the OG. One of those cars was completely sideways, that overtake. I was completely sideways. Oh, how on earth we didn't stuff it in a barrier, I don't know. So at the end of the first lap, we are in 7th place, 22, nearly 23 seconds off of the leader. Let's get round here in 3rd. Trying to feather the throttle. Up into 4th. Look at to ride the curb. Ride the curb. Let it drift out. Ride this curb too, 3rd gear just to get it turned in. Just watching the Supra. We go around the outside. Oh, slight nudge on the way through. Made that one stick though. 4th gear up the hill. Can we get the Subaru before the corner? This is going to be tight too. Is this going to fall nicely for me? Oh, managed it. Managed it. How on earth did I pull that one off? Taking lots of curbs through there. Taking lots of chances the early part of this race. Down into 2nd for this. Quickly grab 1st just to get it slowed down. Up into 2nd through that corner. Up into 3rd. Up to 4th. Try and carry the speed through this corner. Watching for our braking zone. There's a patch of concrete up here that I'll look for. There it is. Braking on the concrete, turning in. Just getting on the back of this white. We'll get around the outside of the white wall. Around the outside. Yep, made that one stick just about. I wanted to get a good run down this long straight. Looks like we've got 1 car directly in front of us. We've got 2 cars, 1 car there. Gonna try up the inside. Managed to make that stick. Oh, that was a tight one. So 2 cars at the chicane at the moment. So burying the brake down to 2nd gear. Ride that curb. Ride this curb. Get down the power as quick as we can. Up to 3rd. Get out to 4th. Those 2 cars seem a country mile away, but we have still got 3 full laps to catch them. Fastest lap, 2:19. Just careful into here. I know that I can brake later. I should be braking sort of midway through the first part of that corner. I tend to like to lose the speed on the way in and then carry the speed through. Racing against the AI, that tends to work. Racing against real people, less so. I do tend to race these races more differently when I'm racing the AI than real people. Oh, got the inside of that one. Inside of the Honda NSX as well. Made that stick. Radar is clear. Whoa! Don't look at the radar. Watch where we are on the track. get this one turned into. Okay, so that gets us up into first position with halfway through the third lap. Now we've just got to keep this tidy. Don't spin, don't mess it up. Keep it clean, keep it tidy. We need this first place. I'm going to push for the moment. I want to try and build that 3-second gap if we can, but also keep this clean and tidy so that we don't make mistakes. So braking on that little tarmac part, third gear all the way through here. Just grab that apex, up to fourth on the way out. Trying to carry as much speed as we can down this straight, up into fifth. Just over 4 seconds ahead. We're going to brake or go factory gear. I'm going to feel this when we get to the corner. Just hesitating over the brake. Wanted to try and do that flat. No way we can do that flat. I even came off the accelerator. Whoa, and I've overshot the chicane badly while I was talking, not thinking. Completely missed my braking zone. This is classic Mitchell Morgan. You get out in front, start to build a little bit of a cushion to the car behind, and then it all goes to pot. You start throwing it off the track. So pretty much true to form. Need to concentrate more. More concentration, less talking. The thing is, I like to commentate on these, just picking out some of the corners, what I'm thinking about, what I'm doing with the car. This is beautiful when you can get this right, these S's. Just third, fourth gear, dancing on the accelerator, sort of tend to be off just as you come into the corner, back on the accelerator through the corner, and carry some nice speed through there, and it's amazing when you get it right. This corner is just full commitment. 50-meter board just before, bury the brake pedal over the curb, let it drift down, back in, across this curb, massive amount. Be careful not to go too wide on the exit. And again with this one, just hug the inside, hit the brake pedal just as you get to the end of the curb. Second gear, turn in, as soon as you can get back on the power, up into third gear as soon as possible, and up into fourth gear as soon as possible, hugging the inside here. Often grab fifth gear as you just go underneath the bridge, watching for that little square of concrete, brake pedal fully buried, get it turned in, back on the power as we go around here, just feathering the throttle, just balancing the car. As soon as we're clear, acceleration up to fourth, get that up into fifth gear as soon as we can, there we go. And now we're thinking about this left-hander, which as we now know is not flat, so we will just come down to fourth gear, just dab a brake, up into fifth. As we go underneath the bridge, we'll just get it fully brake. I broke a little bit before the bridge. I don't need to be too leery. I was going to brake on the bridge, but we overshot the chicane last time, so just played it a little bit more cautious this time. Using both the brake and the gears just to get the car slowed down. Into this next corner that I'm really not happy with. I brake in before this one, really should be braking about here. I'm burying the brake pedal to get it turned in for this corner. But when you're 7 seconds ahead, sometimes just brake early. There's just no point in taking silly risks at this stage. So just get this turned in over here. Let it run over this curb too. Just running to the outside. Bring it back into the inside. Fourth gear. Just thinking about running over these curbs now. So down into third gear. Run over that curb. Leave it in third. Just bouncing off the rev limiter. Cross that one too. Don't go too wide. Up to fourth as soon as we can. Maybe we need to get it down to second gear before this corner. So at the end of these curves, bury the brake pedal down into second. Sometimes grab first if I feel I'm going a bit too quick. Didn't need it that time. Nice turn in up into third. Get it up into 4th as we go through this corner. Try and get it up to 5th as we go underneath the Suzuka circuit board. Just a little bit late this time. Watching for that square. There we go. Just turn that in. Keep it coming around here. Spoon tightens. You've got to be a little bit careful as you come in through the latter part of that corner. That was nice. Pushed it out to 10-second margin now. Probably can't afford a spin, so we'll take this one a little bit carefully. Just down into 4th gear. Probably overly cautious through there. Braking early for the chicane. Nearly turned into the pit road there. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? And a straight run to the line now for a 1st place and 12 very, very, very valuable and very much needed points. So there we go, 9.5 seconds ahead. What a difference to the previous race. That brings us up to 3rd, so that's encouraging. And the 2 places, well, the 2nd place person only 1 point ahead. So this is actually all to play for as we go into the final race. I could have given up following the 1st race with that woeful results. I could have just jacked in and started again. But as we go into race 3, let's see how we do. This is the Dragon Trail with that infamous chicane of death. I often refer to it as a swimming pool because it's a bit like the swimming pool at Monza, but in reverse. It's like a double chicane, full commitment through there. The amount of people who hit the barrier on the way through. Looks like we've got an evening race. Is quite amazing. Otherwise, this is a track that we know. The Subaru is pretty good around here, so with any luck we will be able to get in the top 3. Realistically, we need to get a 1st place. Braking at the beginning of the curves there, 2nd gear just to get it slowed down behind the Viper. Don't want to touch the Viper if we can help it. He's riding the curves. We managed to get round it outside, up into 3rd, up into 4th as we come across that curb. We can be brave across this curb, and then we need to bury the brake pedal up. So it's just a bit. Let's get around these. That wasn't overly tidy. I wasn't able to take the line I wanted to back through there. We've got 2 cars together here. We go down the outside. Come on, Audi, get out of the way. Aston Martin, we're going the inside of the Aston Martin before the corner. Claim that one. That was nicely done. All cleared. Using loads of curb through there. Drift out to the right hand side, over the top here, underneath that boarding. Going to brake at the 150 meter board. Sorry for that one. It turned in loads of curb. Don't let it run out too wide. Now we get into this infamous chicane, and we've caught these 3 cars at the worst possible time. So loads of curves through there. Loads of curves through there. We can do the porch on the way through. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, the Alpha's getting a bit squirmy on the way through. We're right on his back bumper, pushing him at the moment. Can we get past? Oh, maybe. Still alongside. I think we've actually got this one done. No, he's coming back at us. I've got to watch for this Nismo as well. It's all happening. We're clear. We're done. Wow, 8th place at the end of the 1st lap. Some tricky moments in that one. And we've now got to chase down this AMG. So we know we can carry some speed through there. AMG's braking really early. We get down the inside of the AMG, picking that curb, picking this curb over the top. Up to 4th. 7th place at the moment, just down to 4th, just to balance the car. Braking at the beginning of the curb, with it turning done over. We need to try and pick up this blue car before this left-hander at the bottom of the hill. Just about managed that. Thought I was going to have to go right. Managed to get down the inside. Over that curb. Let's get over this curb. Nicely done. Fifth gear carrying lots of speed through here. Over the inside. Gonna watch the 150 metre board here. Buried in third gear, get turned in over that curb. Unsettles the car slightly, but we get away with it. Catching two cars again through the chicane of death. Loads of curb again. Not getting any penalties, so we'll. Oof, that was a bit iffy. I thought I was going to rear into the back of the Subaru or whack the barrier. Managed to do the Scooby. Where are you going? Going up the inside. Door left open. Gone a little bit deep. Managed to get that one done. Fourth gear at the end of lap 2. So we've got 3 laps. 3 laps to get first place. We really do need first place. And we've got fastest lap at 1:53. I'm not quite sure what the other cars are doing, but we've got all 3 cars in front of us closed up massively on the braking. But we just need to get past this Honda. It's just getting away from us for the moment. Don't worry about that too much. Third gear, get it over that curb. Get on the outside here. Yes. Oh, that was an opportunity I wasn't expecting to present itself. Fourth gear, let's get up into fifth. Into that, it's going to slow down for this corner. Back at 4, get it turned in over the curb. Get up the inside of the Subaru. Yes, we can. It's a Subaru, not a Subaru. Inside of the Suzuka. That's nice. Go switch back a little bit of back of wheels. Over the top of that curb. It's still there. Still with me. Braking as late as possible. Second gear to get the turn in. We've got a little bit deep. That's going to give them a bump backwards. Both the cars are there right behind us at the moment. Don't look at the radar. Let's concentrate on the chicane there. 1, 2, drift down, tied in, 3. Oh, what's the barrier? That was close. Pleased with that. Very pleased with that. We finished 2 seconds ahead. I think we did the chicane of death far better than the cars behind. And that's given us a massive run down to this corner. Nearly 3 seconds as we go into the final corner, as we go up the hill. And we make 3 seconds as we cross the line. Yes, we can. Car behind is pretty much staying with us, fairly even at the moment. Really not pulling away too much at the moment. Getting through that chicane of death, which is all important. Third gear, don't go too deep. Third, here. Just drift out up to 4th, take that bit of curb. Looking for the turning point here. Just looking at 4th. I'm going to brake at the beginning of that red patch down into 2nd bit of it, turned it over the curb. Just looking to try and build that gap. Where are we? 4 seconds ahead at the moment. That's not enough. If we have a mistake, we are going to be dropping multiple places. Switch back over the curve here, 5th gear. Should be going more to the right there, on a very tight line. Bearing up 150, turning just a little bit wide back on the curve, just want to keep it out of the barrier. 4th gear for the chicane. Can we do this as well as we did last time? 1, 2, drift. 3, 4, we're through again. We're through again. That's giving us another benefit over the curve line. Where are we? 7 seconds. Nearly 8 seconds as we go into this final corner. Let's get this negotiated. Let's not worry. It was a bit deep. Let's not worry about the cars behind. We're going into the last lap and we're going to 8 and a bit seconds. 9 seconds as we cross the line. That's better margin, another fastest lap, 151.5, not even good, but quick enough. Down at third gear from here, just like this, up across, beautifully balanced Suzuka, really lovely car to drive around with. Fifth, curve as we go over the top, area of the brake pedal, get it turned in the third gear, over the curve, on the power as quick as we can, into fourth as we go underneath the first bridge, watching for the apex down here, fifth, down into fourth, turn in over this curve, a little run, over this curve, watching the gas build, hit the red limiter, all fully off the track there. Really taking every inch of the track that we can to get it penalty. Doesn't look like we did. Braking at the beginning of the curves, down into third to get it turned in. Here we go with the chicane. Up into fourth, here in fourth, one, quick steps, fifth, two, ready drift, three. Oh, hit the wall. I should have stuck in fourth gear. Why did I go through? I cannot do this race without visiting the wall at the chicane of death. I actually managed to get away with it, just glanced it, but it is going to wet, clean race, bonus, which is a bit of a shame. I think it would have been to that point. Oh, I can't wide again now. Oh, losing the plot. So annoyed we caught the wall at the chicane of death. I always catch it at some point on this race. I should have stuck the fourth gear through there. The Subaru was nicely balanced in fourth. Trying to get through in fifth was just a little bit too much, carried a bit too much speed through, but we have managed to go first, which is good. Round one was pretty grotty, but we did manage to get first overall, which is good. No clean race bonus as expected. 80,000 credits in the bank, another 100,000 credits for the gold trophy, which is what this cookbook is all about. And then we get to, oh, I want a BMW, please. BMW, please. Yes! Get in there! Oh, it doesn't get any better. Oh, disastrous first race, great second and third race, and then we get the gift car that we wanted. I do like the Z8, I like my BMWs. Oh, what a weekend. What a weekend. I thought we got it all wrong choosing the Suzuka WRX. It looked like it was going over in the first race. Sixth, I think we were. And then to put in two really nice first places. Yeah, that's really just enjoying a little bit of this weekend. Just looking for just an image really for the club. We'll call that a day now. I am shattered. I'm completely shattered. Whew. Done deal. Let's pop out to the cafe. Menu book done. Don't know what Luca's got in store for us. Probably a roulette ticket because we just had a car. So we got a track. So we got Catalonia's open, and then we're going to be heading off in the next video to menu book number 34, where we're chasing 3 AMGs. They're nice cars. If you are following me, thank you ever so much for supporting the channel. If you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications of more like this coming very soon. In the meantime, stay well, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care. Bye for now.